Okay. Good evening. I'd like to go ahead and call the regular meeting of the Board of Education to order for Wednesday, February 25th. And start time is 5:30. And with that, we're on to roll call. Member Espinosa?
Here.
Member Georgina?
Here.
Member Sneed?
Here.
Member Bill?
Here.
Student board, Member Smith, I'm here, and student board member Munoz.
Here.
Okay, so everybody count. With that, we're going to move on to announcement of tonight's meeting is being digitally recorded. That's not anything new. Item number 4, Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Camellia Festival King Dylan Huerta and Queen Mila A.
Please stand. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much.
Good job, Dylan.
Okay. Do we have any changes to these things?
No changes, sir.
So we'll call for a motion to approve the agenda as it is. We have a motion and a second, please. Move from second. Second.
From student board member.
Okay. And as student board member Munoz, what's your vote?
Yes.
Okay. And all the rest, what are your votes? Say aye.
Aye.
And I heard 5-0 on that. Okay. So now we're going to move down to item 7, which involves special recognition. And this is going to be conducted by Denise and Dave. Denise and Dave.
Good evening. Thank you for inviting us to be here today. I'm glad that's on. The mission of the Camellia Festival is to inspire every child to take part in the life of our community. Through appearances like today, we're able to highlight and support the wonderful local organizations that make Temple City such a special place. It's my pleasure to introduce you to the Camellia Festival Royal Court of 2026. We have banner carriers, Allie, Yu, and Henry True Ingram. And Camilla, and Carter Paul. Then we have princesses and princes, Princess Anya Sue and Prince Jin Flores. Along with Prince Elijah Espinoza. And then we have our Queen and King, Queen Mayela Garcia and King Dylan Huerta. Unfortunately, one of our princes couldn't make it, Amelia. So these are the children that were selected from a group of Temple City first graders who participated in our play day we have annually this November. They were chosen based on how well they worked with others, followed directions, and demonstrated confidence. Each child also had an opportunity to answer questions using a microphone. As part of the royal duties, the court comes to visit and has special appearances throughout the year, like they have today. They participated in opening the carnival we had last weekend, and they lead the Camellia Festival Parade. I would like now to introduce our members of our committee who are present. We have Gina Aparicio, John Taran, Festival Director. Kathy Burrows is co-director, but she wasn't able to be here tonight. And we have Jerry Jambazian, our photographer. We have next year's...
Mary Sneed.
We have Mary Sneed here. She's in charge of the floats.
Donna Tortino.
Donna Giorgino. She is in charge of the parade. And we have Melanie McShane. She's next year's general chair, so you'll see her also next year. I would also like to thank the parents of the court sitting in the audience here. You could stand up and be acknowledged. Thank you for preparing them today, getting them all ready for their appearance. It's nice.
The last thing we had was for art. You weren't able to make it to the luncheon on Sunday, but there were several things that we wanted to give you. We had some commendations from dignitaries. We had Mike Fong, excuse me, and Judy Chu, and there was a plaque that we had from the Camellia Festival. So I'm sorry you couldn't make it there, but a lot of papers here. Wanted to make sure you got this. The art obviously was our honorary grand marshal. Thank you.
Read the plaque, baby.
Wrong one. Thanks, Ariane. This says, presented to Dr. Art Kuna, Honorary Grand Marshal, in appreciation for serving the community of Temple City. 82nd Temple City Camellia Festival, 2026 Camellia Palooza was our theme. Any questions for the kids, or any explanation of what you do as a school board? Explain that so they know what's going on.
How about you all turn around and face?
Turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
And face the board.
Oh, I heard it. And I was like, hey, buddy of mine.
What was the most fun you had last weekend?
Ours today, thank you. Very nice.
Going,
Did
getting
you
open
like
the
the
festival?
float? Did you like sitting on the float?
Yeah.
It was bumpy.
It's kind of fun opening
I'm
up.
sure.
But
But did you like the waving?
You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome.
Okay, so then you liked the actual festival.
Do you enjoy every single one and the fun? Get to see different people? That is good.
I bet our arms were hurting.
Is there any one of those that you remember the most? Or
Everybody got sick to heard that, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for serving the community the way you have.
Yeah.
That we're very proud of you.
That's pretty fun opening up the carnival before anybody
That's
else.
the best part, right? Looking down the parade. Is that memorable?
What's
That
your
is
favorite
awesome.
ride in the
Sit
carnival?
in the bleachers and watch, huh?
That's
What do
right.
you like?
And don't you get to ride in the first
Slide?
rides? Is that?
Yeah.
They were Bender Carriers, so they didn't get to run.
They
Oh,
get
no,
to
no, 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 Carnival, yes.
Carnival.
They got up in the carnival.
All right.
What rides did you go on?
Yeah.
I didn't go on Saturday. I went to
Friday.
not Friday.
The new fun house?
Sunday.
Oh.
All right.
The Camellia
Yeah.
Festival?
They did.
Oh.
They did open the
I know, we went to the carnival on Friday, right? And all of you guys together. That's good.
Can't get them to show up now. Can't get them
I
to show up.
know. They're tough.
We have some
What
stuff for you
Which
that we
means
want to
that
give
we're gonna
you.
pass out over here.
Turn around, turn around. What ride?
Yeah, what ride would you like on?
Henry is.
Just to answer your question.
I think of what ride she likes.
She likes small. The group over here like the slide and the button.
All right, we got some goodies for you guys. This gonna be screwed here. All right. Banner, here are your alley views.
She's in the far right.
Thank you. They have your titles even.
Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here.
Is it true?
Yeah, right here.
Right here, right here. Thank you. Elijah Espinoza, a fellow Espinoza. Jim Flores, here you go.
It's gonna be on.
Carter,
Oh,
there you go, buddy. Anya,
I wonder if there's.
Mayela,
It's Huggy.
Dylan, Dylan. Amelia, okay. And Camila. There you go. Congratulations, guys. You want to take a picture with you? Yes, stay there. Stay right there. Turn around. Stay in your room. You're going to turn and take a picture.
We're gonna stand behind
We're going to
you.
get behind. Turn your head. There you go. All stand behind. So
You want me to have the gold plaque or no, Jerry? No, because we're going to do a separate one for that.
Jerry, the camera's good?
Move it. Just kind of
Out of the way?
look at it and point it towards the kids.
Oh.
I just have a big color.
Okay, ready?
Let's all look at Mr. Jambazian. Real quick.
What's in the bag? Okay, President Smith, can I ask, since the parents are such a part of this whole thing, could we get them to come up and back?
The parents are like, oh
All right.
Come on, Daddy.
Not too much. Dude.
Okay, Dad, you're singing on cheers.
no. You're gonna have to come over here.
Okay, I didn't know where it's that.
There we go.
Yeah, stand behind your aisle. Yeah, stand behind your.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry.
It's all right.
No
worries.
You guys go. Yeah. We got our pictures.
Okay, here we go. Sorry. Everybody's smiling real big.
That is nice.
Good, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm really sweaty.
Watch out for that. Yeah.
And Dana,
I think
I'm going to take off.
No, well, hey.
Hey, with your partners, guys.
Oh, I think you can one more picture.
Here, give me those. Okay, well then, you gotta turn around. Find your partner. I think they're on.
That's it.
This side of Valley.
You remember? Yeah, from the preschool, right? He's first class from the preschool. Oh, yes, right. Where do you want me, Jerry?
Actually, let's part it right in the middle and put you in the...
Right here?
Yep.
One step this way. You guys, one step.
Do regular smile, bud. Looks angry.
That way.
No, do regular smile. Do your sweet Carter smile.
There we go.
That's a great smile, Carter.
Carter.
Carter, look at Mr.
Come over here,
Jambazian.
Carter.
No fingers. Yeah, right there. No fingers.
Carter, put your hand down, bud.
Thank you. That's perfect. Perfect. Look at Mr. Jambazian, Carter. You go great.
Dana, Denise, just on one side and the other. Where'd you go?
Oh, Carter, you want to hold your back?
Impressive.
All right, here we go. Good, thank you.
Give your speech.
Did you make that?
You're welcome.
All the way up, sweetie.
Take care.
Here, let's look at it outside, okay? Here, let's look at it outside. Let's look at this outside. This okay. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Now,
Hey, wait up for me.
No, wait a minute. Okay, so now we're on to the portion of our agenda where there's public comments opportunities. I did receive a request from Jerry Jambazian, and you can either speak now or the specific item you want to address.
Can I hold it till the end? Or no? I can talk to it now if you like.
Probably better if you do it now. If you don't
Let's do it.
Okay.
Good evening, President Smith, board members. My name is Jerry Jambazian. Couple meetings ago, we talked about the bond issue, and that's very near and dear to my heart because I worked on it in 2012 and I'd like to see it happen again. But just a point of clarification, we talked about the amount that would be, I guess, assessed per 1,000 of assessed value. Is assessed value 25% of the actual value of the home by the assessor?
It's not a percentage. Look on your tax bill. It'll show you what it is.
Okay, because usually it's 25%,
Mine isn't.
no?
It depends on when the
Depends on
last
when you
time your
bought
house
it.
was
Yeah.
assessed. So
Ah,
it
okay.
depends on when your house was assessed. So maybe because you've been there for a long time, it might be
Yeah,
25%. But someone who bought their house last year, it's going to be different.
okay. Or does Prop 13 have anything to do with it?
Mhm.
Okay, then maybe that's the reason. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. Okay, we're moving on to item 10, bargaining unit comments, and we're going to start first with CSEA 823. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Community updates, I don't have anything. Okay. So on to item number 10, bargaining unit comments, as I mentioned, California School Employees Association 823, Ray Velasquez, and I don't see him here, so I assume there's nothing. Okay. Then moving down to Temple City Education Association, TCEA, with Elias Borgelli, and I don't see him. Oh, I didn't see him.
Happy to be here. Good to see everybody.
Nothing to say though, other than that. Okay. And then lastly, California School Employees Association 105, Denise, make sure.
Hi. Nothing to report to me.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, we're moving on then to district updates. Going first to business services, but Connie Wu is not here tonight, so we won't be hearing from her. With that, we're going to move on to educational services, Dr. Stacy Ayers, and Stacy, what do you have for us?
Good evening, board members. So this past week, we held our Professional Development Day on February 17th, and all of our certificated staff was engaged in various workshops like learning how to use AI in the classroom, as well as learning about the new social studies resources that we provided for elementary. Many of them engaged in PLCs, and then Susanna even provided some workshops on how to use Canva. And then our classified staff engaged in various topics that was based on to their best practices to support their particular jobs. But in particular, we have things like de-escalation of serious behaviors. We also had some workshops on professionalism and communication. So I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you to all of the teacher leaders and the principals and district administrators that helped to organize that day. It was definitely a great event. And then also just wanted to say thank you to all of the students, staff, and families that participated in the Camellia Festival Parade. It was a really beautiful day in general. The weather was just gorgeous, and wanted to say congratulations to all of the students that were on the Camellia Court. And it was just a really strong representation of our TCUSD program, so it was great to be there. And then finally, just wanted to point out one more thing on the consent agenda this evening. We are asking for approval of purchasing 1,271 Chromebooks. This will support our one-to-one device refresh that we have going on in our schools. And we want to make sure that the students have opportunities to have access to the best working technology. And so this is through the consent agenda, but wanted to make sure that you realize that this is through a piggyback bid process. And one of the things that you might notice is maybe some increased costs. And this is because of some challenges in getting devices because of lack of microchips as well as tariffs. And so this is starting to drive prices up for our technology program. So just wanted to point that out. But as we continue to monitor and prioritize new devices, we hope that eventually these prices will go down in the future. But still wanted to show our commitment to one-to-one devices in the classroom.
Great, thank you, Stacy. Okay, then moving on to Human Resource Services, Richard Lundman. Richard, what do you have?
Good evening. The 26-27 Employee of the Year voting and selection process was completed last week. I want to thank all of our TCUSD staff who recognized and nominated their colleagues for the contributions they make that go beyond their job description, as well as making a meaningful and lasting impact across the entire district, community, and for our students. I'd also like to recognize all of our staffs who were nominated. Thank you for the amazing work you do for TCUSD to support our students and our communities. So I'd like to congratulate our classified honorees. So Benjamin Wu, Raylene Wilkerson, Shawnee Downing, Angela Consolida, Diana Alvarez, Wendy Monsalvo, and Gail Maizano. And I'd also like to recognize our certificated honorees. Elizabeth Speaks, Roxana Pena, Ellen Laughlin, Sarah Hernandez, Jesse Yang, Jimmy Yu, and Belmore Pineda. So within all that, I'd like a special recognition to our district-wide honorees for the exemplary service they provide to our students and staffs. So our certificated district employee of the year is Belmore Pineda from the high school, and our classified district employee of the year is from the district office, is Raylene Wilkerson. I'm so excited for all of them who were nominated and whose name was recognized tonight, but also for everyone else who was nominated. It was nice to see how we nominate each other, and so it was really like not enlightening. It was very uplifting to see how many people were recognized. So that's it for me.
Great, thank you, Richard. Okay, with that, we're moving down to board member comments. We're going to start first tonight with the member Georgina.
All right, well, it's been a busy time. I attended the coronation for the Camellia Festival, which is always so much fun because, as you saw, the children are just adorable. I also did some binge sports watching. I saw a couple of the girls' water polo games, girls' basketball, and boys' soccer. And I just want to congratulate all of them. They all went into CIF at various degrees, and they really represented Temple City High School well. I attended Founders Day. I also I was invited to go to Emperor. One of the teachers, Vanessa Lopez, did a panel on the history of Temple City, and she invited me to sit on that panel. And from what I understand, the children are going to take the information that they learned, and they're going to do some kind of open house project, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. I attended Temple City National Little League, their opening day. Let's see, yesterday I went to Temple City High School to see the ELD program do their Lunar New Year.
And today I went to Emperor and saw their first grade patriotic assembly, which some of the royal court was in that, and they were really cute. And Matt's grandson was Abraham Lincoln, and yeah, he was really good. Last night I went to the State of the City, and it was, the city was very complimentary of the school, so, and of our partnership, so that was really good to see. And then, of course, I spent the whole weekend at the Camellia Parade, or Camellia Festival and the parade. It was a great weekend. I did want to thank Daryl DePalian for getting us cars for our Employees of the Year, the District Employees of the Year. That was very helpful. And since you mentioned who the winners are, you can tell them to put February 27th, 2027 on their calendar, because they will be invited to be in next year's parade. I want to congratulate the Oak Avenue Science Olympiad team. They won the Antelope Valley Regional Championship. Congratulations, Jordan. That's just amazing, and I'm really proud of all those kids. And then our TCHS flags were in a competition where they placed first, and then another one where they placed second and third, and our song placed first in a competition, and our winter percussion placed first in the competition. So Temple City is out there doing some great things. I wanted to remind everybody, Friday is the last day to purchase a legacy brick for Temple City High School. The last round I purchased some for me personally, and then this round I purchased one for the class of 75. So you don't want to be left out. Make sure you purchase your brick. I bought my tickets to the musical. I'm very excited, Elias, and especially after seeing the road show, it really gets me excited. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I also wanted to mention Friday, Emperor is celebrating their 75th birthday. The school's 75 years old, and they're having an event from 5 to 7 at Emperor. That's it for me. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Donna. Okay, we're going to move on now to members Espinosa. Melissa, you got it.
All right, thank you. Good evening, everybody. I wanted to start off by wishing our community a happy Year of the Fire Horse, wishing everyone peace and prosperity this Lunar New Year. I also want to congratulate the Camellia Court. They did a wonderful job representing the city, and parents should be really proud. It's fun to have them here. Like fellow board member Georgino talked about, just how well our students are performing at every school level. We had a person, I think she's from the high school, Victoria, winning Ideal California Teen. We had Pep coming in first place in a recent competition, winter percussion first place. And congratulations to all of the sports teams who made it to CIF. I know there was boys soccer, girls and boys basketball, girls water polo. Just congratulations. Everybody's performing at a high level. I also wanted to say how excited I am to celebrate Arts Education Month. That is this month, and we're going to be voting on that today. And what better way to celebrate than going to the musical? And so please get your tickets to go see Little Mermaid. I know I will be there cheering on the performers, and just a great time to celebrate some really honored tradition. I also want to congratulate all the Employees of the Year. That's a great honor, and to nominate your fellow employees, your coworkers, your colleagues. We don't get enough time to really sit back and talk about positive things about each other, and so this is a great time to celebrate that and just the camaraderie to have these nominations from your peers. So congratulations. And then lastly, I forgot attendance. Attendance, since our last meeting, I did attend the Founders Day event, which was very nice. Congratulations to our PTA for putting on a great event. And then I attended the Camellia Parade and the State of the City address yesterday. And then on a personal note, since I'm here on the day of my daughter's Alexa's birthday, I want to wish her a very happy birthday. Love you very much, very proud of you, and hope you have a good one.
Thank you, Melissa. Okay, with that, we're moving now on to Member Bill. Vincent, what do you have?
All right. Okay. Hi, everyone. I want to echo the comments of my fellow board members. Congratulations to all of our Temple City Unified certificated and classified staff honorees. Some of those names, we've seen them before. Then they're, every one of them are part of the foundation of what makes Temple City who we are as a community, and we are looking forward to celebrate with all of you. And yes, our sports program, every single one of them getting a chance to experience CIF playoffs, I think it's wonderful. I think they all had a wonderful season, and I want to congratulate all of them as well. And of course, yes, PTA and Founders Day, again, another, foundation piece to who we are. And I want to congratulate to all the honorees and being recognized, and that is so important, that we take the time to do that, to recognize everyone who's contributed so much to building who we are here in the district. The Camellia Festival organizers and the way they've always supported the community, our student groups, Mr. Dr. Kuna here for being our honorary Grand Marshal. Personally, I was really happy he was able to ride down in one of our solar car vehicles. That was a highlight for me. Glad to see more of our students getting involved, being part of all the booths and activities, and learning how to support themselves, which is a wonderful thing. And I got a chance to look at the art show that was at the Media Center at length, because I watch over the Science Olympiad kids when they do their study sessions, and it's like a gallery moment. I'm just taking my time. I've got all night. It's incredible work, incredible work. So at one point, that's kind of what I did when I was a student here. I was an art student, and so I have a deep appreciation for the work that we see, and there's an emotion to the things, to all the visual arts that I see, whether it's a ceramic piece they make or as an illustration. Just the talent beyond the technical part, it's how they convey, how they express themselves. That's what really kind of captured me. And I want to wish everyone a happy Lunar New Year, the year of the Fire Horse, which really means a lot of intense passion, emotion, transformation. That's, with every single one of these animals, there's usually one of the 4 elements that go with it: water, fire, air, and wood or land. So, and this year happens to be fire. So, we're looking forward to maybe great things here in Temple City. And speaking of fire, now I come to my STEM report. So I do want to congratulate Oak Avenue. They punched their ticket to state competition in a month, so we look forward to that. And I think they did an outstanding job up there. Our high school team has been competing since our last meeting. They were at Stanford. They finished 4th overall. And that number doesn't really reflect who and what they are, outside of the fact that I'm pretty confident to say in public that they are the best team in LA County. But beyond that, I think they've come so far, being that they are a student-led program. Just last Saturday, they competed at UCSD, and they came in 2nd place. Again, they're punching with the heavyweights now. So it's really nice to see. This Saturday, we are going to be at Rio Hondo College, hoping to punch our ticket to state competition, which will be sometime in early April. And that's it for me this evening. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you, Vincent. We're moving on now to Member Sneed. Mary, what do you have to say?
Okay. Thank you very much, President Smith. Okay, I also attended the Patriot Assembly at Denver this morning. Can't beat a cute little 2nd grader. They were absolutely adorable. They did a beautiful job of saying poems and singing songs. It's just absolutely a wonderful start to the morning. After that, I went over to Cloverleaf, and they had their monthly spirit assembly, and it was started with a group put together by Jing Lee from the Kung Fu Acting Star Academy. She actually has worked in movies. She has her own academy, and she taught in 3 classes. She taught this group of students how to do kung fu moves, and they put on a whole amazing show. But they were celebrating Lunar New Year. They were celebrating Black History Month. They were celebrating the Students of the Month for character. It's just a wonderful morning for the students, for all of our Cloverleaf Cubs. They really did it. And the dance group came out. There's just a little bit of everything for whatever you wanted to see. You saw it at Cloverleaf this morning, and you saw it at Ember also. Last night I did attend the State of the City event. I'm glad that we should have such a good working relationship with the city. It works for the benefit not only of our students and their families, but also the community at large. I think it's really important that the city and the district are the 2 largest employers in the city, and the fact that we work so well together really benefits everybody in Temple City. Congratulations to the Oak Avenue Science Olympiad team. At the high school, again, I'll do this very quickly, Victoria, who is a new Miss Ideal California teen. Also, congratulations to all of our students who competed, the Pep Flags, winter percussion teams, and all of our sports teams who advanced so high this year. Congratulations also to all of our employees of the year. It's a huge honor, especially since it comes from your fellow employees. Whether you're a teacher, whether you're a classified employee, it means a lot to get the recognition from your fellow employees. Thank you again, Jerry, for Kiwanis of the Month, or the Students of the Month. I also attended the Founders Day. The Council PTA did just a really great job, and all the schools really gave a very short bio of why they were honoring their people, and it was just great to see how important volunteers in this our district. Don and I spent a lot of time at the festival this weekend, not because we just really like festivals, but we're both on the committee, and it was nice to see our students coming in to the bank, and they were working very hard. We had lots of food booths from some of your students, and also game booths. They were there all weekend, and I want to acknowledge our the festival committee they really put a lot of work into making this a great thing every February. But I want to acknowledge, I'm the float chairman, so I want to acknowledge 2 floats. One from our students, one from Longden was built by their ASB, and they went sweepstakes with Tiger Fest, and we also had other students who are Cub Scouts, and they got Best Use of Camellias for Community of Camellias. Then Cloverleaf also had a mini float, and they got a nice trophy for it was really a darling float built on a wagon. It was their Cloverleaf Cub holding the world. So thank you to everybody who came out over the weekend, and I'm glad we had so many groups from our schools walking in the parade. That's a really big part of seeing how important our schools are in our community. There were big groups from all of the elementary schools just walking down there cheering and hearing the cheers from the crowd. So thank you.
Great. Thanks, Mary. And then 2 things just real quickly I want to add to my board member peers' statements and whatnot. First, one of the things that Cynthia Sternquist mentioned in her work last night was that we're going to be having a joint board meeting and city council meeting coming up in March. And that is the plan. It was something we set a date for, I guess, a year ago. And so now we need to get together and develop an agenda and open that up. So I think that's a really good, the relationship the school board has with the city wasn't always that great. We got together and we fixed it. And this meeting I'm talking about coming up in March will be part of that. So I want to make that clear to everybody. And then lastly, I just wanted to say thank you on behalf of the board to all of the individuals and organizations who donated $20,000 to the district. Most of that came from the Temple City Schools Foundation, which is about $19,000, and the remainder was from various individuals, and so that's all very much appreciated as well. Okay, with that, I'm going to move on to student board member comments. Student board member Xavier Munoz, what do you have for us?
Okay, good evening, everyone. I would like to start off by congratulating our girls basketball, boys soccer, boys basketball, and girls water polo teams for all making it to their CIF playoffs. I think this really shows just how dedicated and driven our Temple City High School students are. Last weekend, we also had our 82nd Camellia Festival. This was another great Camellia Festival. I wanted to give a special shout out to our own Oak Avenue Band and auxiliaries for winning first place in auxiliary, drill, and band. And then one of my favorite parts of the Camellia Festival was getting to see was getting to see a sneak peek of our TCHS musical. Everyone did such a really good job, especially Ursula. That was my favorite part. And then tickets are available right now for March 13th through the 16th. And then at the beginning of February, we had our high school hosted our annual 8th grade showcase, where our 8th graders from Oak come to our high school. And I think this was probably one of our best 8th grade showcases we have ever done. Everything was Utopia themed, and our high school students really went with this theme, and it could be really seen all over campus, in their rally, in their link crew groups, and just so much more. And I thought it was just such a great theme. And our Temple City High School indoor drum line had a competition on February 15th at Rancho Cucamonga, and they placed first. And they are at a competition again this weekend, March 1st, at Monrovia High School, so I hope to wish them the best of luck. And tomorrow is also 8th grade parent night at Temple City High School, and our Temple City High School counselors and administration will be going over all the important info to help your child succeed into entering their high school career. So I hope to wish them good luck too. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Xavier. With that, we're going to move on to superintendent comments. Dr. Art.
Yeah, sure. So many of the things that you all said, I would like to echo, but I won't repeat them all. I would like to wish all of our families a happy Lunar New Year. Also, I would like to congratulate our employees of the year. There are a lot of very deserving individuals, as well as the ones that we recognized. And I think that's a good place for us to be, to have so many people that would be worthy of recognizing with that honor. I also attended the State of the City address last night, and I just want to give a shout out to Mia Esqueda, who you guys should know. She is a 6th grade student at Cloverly, and she did the national anthem a cappella, and it was beautiful. So I fully anticipate seeing her in the future at some of our musicals. So I also want to share a little story that I heard today. I went to our first track meet that we are hosting, and I was talking to Kevin Slattery, who used to help coach track, and he was sharing with me that the last time we hosted a track meet was about 10 years ago. And the reason we hosted that track meet about 10 years ago was because everybody was upset that we were never hosting a track meet. And they came to our track meet, and you can see that in 10 years they never asked us to host another one. And like it really does my heart good to see the number of students we had out on the track today. Like it was awesome. There was so much going on. Thanks, Matt Lopez, for making sure I was out there and for taking on the task of coaching track, and Chris Cunningham, and Jerry Lawrence was out there helping out today. Kevin was out there, and we had Bill Martin was out there. Yes, And so I must have seen probably 15 kids doing pole vault. And, you know, it's one of those things where many of them, this is the first time they're doing pole vault. But if we didn't have the facilities and the equipment, they would never have that opportunity to try. And we talk all the time about providing opportunities for our students. And I think we miss sometimes, you know, the athletic side of it too. And so we had a lot of students who are just trying things for the first time. And who knows where it takes, you know, any one of them. But they were all smiles, they were all happy. And I'm just really, really glad to see that our facilities are being put to good use. So that's it.
Great. Thank you, Art. Okay, with that, we're moving on to written communications, and I will not receive any. Oh, you're right.
It's right there, you just read it on the side.
Okay, got it, thanks. Okay, so second quarter for 2025 to 26 fiscal year, we have results of site visits, revenues, and uniform complaint data at Oak Avenue Intermediate. And so this is what we received in the way of a letter from LACO directing us to complimenting us for what we did. So specific words that are important are enclosed in the second quarterly report for the fiscal year 2025-26. The purpose of the visit, as specified in EC 1240, was to determine if there is a facility condition that poses an emergency or urgent threat to the health or safety of pupil or staff. And if such an emergency or urgent threat is found, revisit the school up to 30 days to verify repairs. Oak Avenue Intermediate announced facilities visit on November 5th, 2025, and received a good facilities rating. So I just wanted to show that. All right, now we're moving on to discussion information item, of which we have none. So then we're going to move now to discussion/action agenda. And starting first with the area of administration, item number 16 calls for a motion to approve and nominate and approve the California School Boards Association delegate assembly election for 2 board delegates in the area. And there are, I believe, 4 different people who submitted. One is a current person holding the title. So we need to go through and select the 2 that we would like to vote on. We have to actually vote on both candidates at the same time. So we can't take a vote on one person, and if they were to fail, take a vote on that same person again later. We have to do everything together at the same time for both of them. So with that, I guess I will open the floor and ask if anybody would like to nominate candidates.
I was reading over their bios, and I had, the one that impressed me was Emily Weisberg, Dr. Emily Weisberg. She is from Burbank Unified School District. I was just really impressed with her background and also her recognition of what is important to all the school districts in the state. So I would like to put her name in.
Okay.
She was the first one.
So I guess I'll ask for a second on that right now before we go into the second person. Is there a second to support Kimberly Keene, or excuse me, the candidate Emily Weisberg?
I'll second it.
Okay, so we have a motion from Mary and a second from.
We need them both together, because we were going to take one vote for both delegates.
Right, so now I'm going to go with the second person before I do that. Is that not right?
Well, then you'll have 2 motions and 2 seconds.
No, we're just going to take the motion on candidates.
Okay.
That's the way I understood it. Is that not right, Marie?
So who's going to do the motion? Mary?
Yeah, Mary made a motion.
What we should be doing
Is moving for both before?
Yeah.
Announce
Okay.
first and
Okay.
then do motions.
Okay, so I apologize.
Well, I'll just say I read them and they all seem good, so.
It's either.
Yeah. I'll nominate Nada Fareed of Glendale, since we already, again, and I can be talked out of it, but.
That was, I second.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we have
Now-
two candidates.
Now we have two candidates, and now I'm going to ask for a second on those two candidates, Nita Fareed and Emily Weisberg. And we have a second from somebody.
We need a motion first.
Oh, I thought Mary said.
Oh, it's Mary.
I seconded. the
Well,
second.
it wasn't really a second, yeah, kind of a second.
All right, let's start over.
Yeah.
Let's start over.
Okay, just a motion.
I need a motion and a second.
To nominate those two people?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, I move that we nominate Dr. Emily Weisberg and Nita Fareed
Okay.
as delegates.
And do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second from, so we have a motion from Member Sneed and a second from Regina. And I'm going to go ahead and call for the vote. All in favor? Preferential vote from Member Munoz.
Yes.
Okay. And all in favor from the board, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I heard 5-0 in the motion and it carries. Okay, moving on to item 17, which calls for a motion to adopt resolution 2526-19 proclaiming March 2026 as Arts Education Month. May I have a motion?
I'll motion.
I have a motion from Member Espinoza.
I'll second.
And a second from Member Bill. And are there any comments or questions or would you like to make?
I will say that Member Espinosa put it very well in her comments. And we have two individuals in our crowd here who are very influential in promoting the arts in Temple City. And so I just wanted to say thank you to both of them for everything you do for our students. And I think it's very well deserved that we recognize Arts Month in the month of March.
Any other comments or issues to address? No? Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and call for the vote, starting first with preferential vote for Member Munoz.
Yes.
Okay. And all the rest, please say aye.
Roll call. Roll call.
Roll call here, I'm sorry. Okay, so Member Espinoza,
Yes.
Member Sneed,
Yes.
Members Regina,
Yes.
Member Bill,
Yes.
and I'm a yes as well, so motion carries 5-0. Okay, we are moving on to item number 18, which calls for a motion to receive board policy for first reading. And those items are BP 1445, response to terminate enforcement. It's a new policy. BP 5125, student records. BP 5125.1, release of directory information. And BP 5145.13, which is actually a policy that will be considered for deletion. So is there any comments anybody wants to make before we ask for the motion in a second?
I had a question on the first page, up at the top. It was talking about employees not interfere. There was, I don't know, the wording at the top seemed to contradict what it was saying at the bottom of the page. At the bottom it says, shall not obstruct, interfere, or otherwise impede an officer. And at the top, it seems like it's written that the only way they can have access to our campuses is if they have a judicial warrant.
Yes, so.
But the bottom paragraph.
So it is two different pieces. Yes, they are supposed to have a judicial warrant, but if they insist to move past an individual, what they're saying is do not impede. Like none of our staff should be throwing themselves in front of law enforcement to prevent them from going on, but realistically, there is a procedure for it. They should be calling the administrator, they should be calling the district office, they should be contacting attorneys, everything else. But what they don't want employees to do is put themselves in harm's way.
I know when this first came up earlier in the school year that you had talked about the procedures that the district, that the office staff had been given, that they needed to follow procedures,
Yes.
so.
Yes, and it's still the same procedures, it's just, we don't want people to think that they should confront law enforcement. If law enforcement chooses to, hopefully everybody will abide by the policies that are in place. They'll either have a judicial warrant or they will come back with one. But you just never know with some individuals how they will act. And so that is the reason for that.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
We've also got, this is the first reading, so we've got, it'll come back again at our next meeting, but if there's something that comes up that you want to address between us, then you're more than welcome to do that. Okay, so may I have a motion and a second to approve, please?
Our motion.
Motion from member Espinoza,
Second.
and a second from member Munoz. Preferential vote, member Munoz?
Oh, sorry, yes.
Yes. Okay, and everybody else, please say aye.
Aye.
The motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Okay, moving on to item number 19, which calls for a motion to receive board policy for second reading and approve. And these items are BP 0450 Comprehensive Safety Plan, BP 5116.1 Intra-District Open Enrollment, and BP 5117 Inter-District Attendance.
So,
Okay, motion from member Bill,
I'll second.
second from member Georgino. Are there any comments or questions about that? No, I will go ahead and call for the vote, starting first with student board member Munoz.
Yes.
Yes. And the rest, please say aye and support.
Aye.
Okay, so that passes 5-0. We're moving on now to the category of educational services, item 20, which calls for a motion to approve the proposed elective at Oak Academy Intermediate Intro to Music Theater. And this is an item put forward by Dr. Ayers. And is there any comments or questions? You have something, presentation?
Yes. Principal Lesson this year would just like to share an overview of this potential new course that we are hoping that you will consider for approval for the 26-27 school year. As you all know, we received Prop 28 funds, and it has been a desire of the district to continue to grow our arts program. And so this is one of the newest ideas that we have that he would like to present to you.
Yes, thank you. Apropos that this is when March VAPA month is being recognized, so it's right in. Worked all perfectly. So, so we know, especially with the implementation of Prop 28 money, the elementary schools are really taking off with this. And then there's this program at the high school, and there's nothing more than I want to make Elias look good. So now there's been this gap in the middle school program, so we wanted to bridge that gap. And I think all at this table will recognize that I'm not the VAPA expert, and that Lacey Scanlon is here to help put this together. And I know there's a lot of you who were at the dance performance we had right before winter break, and we had our dance club that came about, and after only about 4 or 5 meetings, you saw their performance, and it was just truly exceptional. And that's what spearheaded this idea to make it a permanent class. There you go. So here's just a quick course overview. It's a performance-based class in musical theater. Students will be introduced to the singing, acting, and dance basics. They'll use this time, the class time, for rehearsals, and really focus on the skill building and authenticity in a supportive and safe environment. So we weave this into our VAPA course offerings, and we have this as another avenue that students can choose as an elective, and we work this into our master schedule. And again, one of the most important things is to bridge the gap between our elementary programs and our high school programs. We want to be able to have that seamless integration, and this class will provide for that readiness to high school for the theater, musical theater. And yes, we know Elias does an amazing job, and we've already got our tickets for the San Gabriel Mission Playhouse. But we want to be able to support that and have our students in even a better place. You know, why theater? So we all know in Temple City, the arts are so important, and you know, our students excel. But you know, we all know this builds collaboration and teamwork. It strengthens communication. You really see the students blossom. And I know for me personally, knowing some of those students who were performing that night in that club, like I saw some students in just a completely different light. I've seen some students that were so quiet around campus, so quiet in class, and then they're up on stage just singing their hearts out and dancing and their movements, and it truly shows that when you're given an opportunity, you know, STEM or science may not be your thing, athletics may not be your thing, but you have this gift and this goal in you to shine in another light. And we really want to provide that opportunity. And like I said, there's a couple of students specifically out of my office who never mentioned names up here, but it's like, I can't like this, I was just blown away that seeing them shine in a way that I've not seen them in a straight academic setting or another avenue on campus. As everything, we need to align it to our school goals, and with us, you know, our Royal 3, compassion, integrity, responsibility is always paramount in our PBIS program and what we're recognized for. How does this fit in? I mean, it fits in seamlessly. Again, compassion, it promotes respectful and inclusive collaboration. Integrity, you can see the students taking ownership of their roles and their practice time, and the responsibility, the commitment they show to do their rehearsals, to learn their parts, and to have that each piece of it come together in teamwork. So again, it goes right in with our deep core school values, and it's another avenue to integrate that into our school. And what do we want to do besides just having it as a in-class elective? We want to be able to provide more performances. So something that at Oak we haven't done in the last years is have our, we always kind of, have this, it's funny when I first started with this Cloverleaf Dance Club contest or show, but then our students are there. And then there's the choral show, and our students have, 2 numbers in it. And it's like, this could help us provide more of an opportunity for our students to perform and have our own performances that our students can take ownership in, celebrate their achievements and strengthen their community and their pride and partnerships. And then really, like I said, I wanted to get through that because, I know we all, how deeply rooted Temple City Theater and Arts is. It really was best, let's hear it from the students. So we have just a short video we put together where you can see what this means to our students and how excited they are to bring on campus. And I have no doubt if it was approved, the numbers and the enrollment would be overwhelming.
Hello, I'm Ryan, and I'm a part of the musical theater class.
My name is Anna.
This is
Hi everyone, my name is
To me, theater is
This class is important to me. This class is important to me.
This musical theater class is really important.
Theater club is important to me. I like musical theater.
I like musical theater because I feel like it's bringing me closer to so many new people that I'm not friends with, and the class itself is like really welcoming, and it makes me feel like at home.
This class is important to me because it has helped me improve my acting skills and express emotions through acting.
It tells a special story and it helps me feel really open and confident, especially because of Miss Lacey and the other kids in the class.
Because you get to express your feelings without anyone criticizing you and hating on you.
To me, theater is a way to express myself and connect to others.
I love this class because I've made new friends and I feel like I can be myself.
I like musical theater because I love acting and expressing emotions. Theater is an important part of my life because, well, it's been with me for a quarter of my life, making every memory fun and enjoyable.
I like musical theater because we get to dance and sing and act, and I have something to look forward to every Friday. I love this class because everyone is super nice and supportive.
And Musical Theater Club gives me a time every week to look forward to just have fun and be with my friends.
I really like theater because it helps all of us learn social skills like talking and
Hi everyone, my name is Beryl and I'm one of Miss Lacey's Musical Theater Club students. I love theater and Miss Lacey has just made it the best experience for me. Before, I was terrified to go on stage or to do anything in front of people, like dance, sing, or act, but ever since joining Musical Theater Club, I haven't been scared anymore because I know the people there have my back and that it's a really safe environment.
It helped me get better experience performing in front of a crowd, and I felt that I became more confident as a performer.
To me, theater feels like a very comfortable place where I can express my emotions and help others express their emotions as well.
I love it because I'm able to have fun while learning a lot. Theater gives me a lot of joy and it's become a big part of my life.
Theater has changed my life because after doing many musicals, it has become my passion and has helped me become much more confident in performing.
It also helped me more with multitasking because on stage you have to perform and dance and sing at the same time.
And Miss Lucy makes us all feel safe and want to, it's really fun.
I love theater and it's a huge part of what I am today and it's where I belong, and I'm so thankful to be one of her students and that I get this opportunity to learn more about theater with her every single Friday with my friends.
And the theater class that Miss Lacey started at Oak is a really safe space to practice that and learn more about who I am.
We all know, if anybody has seen me deliver professional development of my staff, we all know I did not make that presentation. Nor do I have the technical skill to put that together. So again, thank you, Ms. Gannon, for doing that. And again, so one last personal story from that group that was just there. So one of those students, who again was one of those you'd see at the beginning of the year, 7th grader, kind of in her shell, and she had the Beryl, if you've heard of the big smile and all this, and that class helped her come out of her shell so much. She actually ran for an ASB office and gave a speech in front of 850 students at our last assembly. And as she had told me, that she's like, that's nothing I would have done before. I could not imagine being up there with that kind of attention, but it was this class and this club and those beginning performances that brought that out of her and gave her the confidence to do that. So as you heard, they all look forward to it every Friday, but how about not offering this every day for them to make this a part of their schedule?
What, would this class be open to both 7th and 8th graders?
Yes.
I appreciate the fact this is not the first class that you brought forward to the board for approval. So I really appreciate the fact that you and your staff are looking, you see a need for our students, and you create something to help them realize their potential. So I appreciate your work, and Lacey, you have a big hand in for putting this class together, but I appreciate all the work that's gone into bringing this to us tonight.
Absolutely. No, thank you.
Are there any other comments or questions? I will go ahead and call for a motion in a second.
A motion.
A motion from Member Espinoza.
I'll second.
Second from Member Sneed. And start preference will go to Student Board Member Williams.
Yes.
Okay. And everyone else who approves, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Motion carries 5-0.
Right.
Moving on to.
Thank you. We got registration started a few weeks ago. Let's get those course requests in.
We expect to see you up on the stage.
If that's what it takes.
So we're now moving on to item 21, acceptance of proposals and award of contract resulting from RFP number 25/26-002 PS and Paul Network Equipment E-rate funding year 2026 and for 2026-2027. This is being brought to us by Stacy. Do you have anything you want to share with us?
Yes. Moises Velasquez, our Director of Technology, is just going to give you a quick summary about this new contract.
Good evening, Board of Education, Dr. Cunha, and Executive Cabinet.
This item is our annual Chromebook refreshment for student devices. We do this every year, and the idea is that we have devices that are reliable, secure, and ready for instruction for our students. This time we're bringing this earlier than usual because, as Dr. Ayers mentioned before, there is a global shortage of computer processors and memory, and our manufacturers actually warned us that all the prices are going to be going up between 10% to 30% on March 1st. So we did all the requirements that we need to do for this kind of purchases. We met with the manufacturers, with different vendors, to be able to get the best pricing, and actually we found a vendor that is actually locking down all those devices for us. So if we get this approved tonight, the idea is that we're gonna be avoiding those price hikes, and of course, always thinking on being responsible with our district funds.
And then Moises, can you speak a little bit about the network equipment E-rate funding contract that you're putting forward as well?
Yes, right now we are under our federal fund E-rate cycle, and it's starting. So we're going to be having 3 small projects for right now, and they include some equipment for the stadium that we need there. We also are going to be switching our firewall because it's been almost a decade since we switched the one we have, and this is a big project and we're very excited about it. And the last one is we're going to be buying some switches for some classrooms that have switches inside that are very noisy, so we're going to be testing some fanless switches which are going to be reducing the amount of noise for inside the classrooms for those teachers and students. So that's the E-rate project.
Are there any other questions?
I just want to add to that, not that I'm any expert on that, but there has been a global shortage on memory, primarily, and that's driving prices up like crazy. And you can blame a number of different factors and advanced technologies that some of us may know, certain acronyms. But in general, though, what Mr. Velasquez is proposing is actually very sound, in my opinion, because the Chromebooks are low resource devices that still allow a lot of our students to access information through the web, which is critical. And of course, we have more advanced students at the high school that require more. But I want to say this really helps at the lower levels a lot as well. So thank you for that proposal. And yeah, it was 10 years ago, huh? The firewalls? Yeah, I think I remember that. Okay. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, just want to say that that's a really, really good choice. Thank you.
Any other comments or questions?
Just one quick comment. Thank you for looking at this from the financial aspect and being good stewards of our money, our limited funds. Just the world is crazy, so I appreciate you looking out for that.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call for a motion in a second.
So moved.
Motion from Member Bill, and a second.
I'll second that. Georgina.
Okay, Member Georgina. And we'll go ahead and take the vote. The preferential vote, Member Munoz?
Yes.
Okay. And all the rest, if you support, please say aye.
Aye.
Mary, say aye.
Yes.
Okay, so motion carries 5-0.
And Elias, Denise was involved a little bit on the back end, Jeanette before that. So it is really looking at our calendar and then going by the instructional calendar side, going with the collective bargaining agreement with TCA as the start date, and then making everything flow smoothly so we're done sometime in May. So what you have in front of you is all of our holidays, minimum days, really our time off for our students. And so it has to hit 180 instructional days and 184 days for our teachers.
Comments or questions for Richard? No? we'll go ahead and ask for a motion and a second to approve, please.
I'll motion.
I'll second.
A motion from member Espinosa, a second from member Sneed. And I will go ahead and call for the vote, starting first with member Munoz.
Yes.
And then the rest of your support, please say aye.
Aye.
And motion carries 5-0. And we are on to the consent agenda. And may I have a motion and a second for the consent?
I'll move.
A motion from member Georgino.
I'll second.
Second from member Bill. Are there any comments or questions about anything in the consent agenda? No, hearing none, I'm going to go ahead and call for the vote, preferential vote, student board member Munoz.
Yes.
Okay, and for the rest of you, please say aye if you support.
Aye.
And that's the.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, that's right. So the motion carries 5-0. Moving now into the board request comments section. Does anybody have any comments they'd like to make at this time? No? Okay, we'll move on. Item 29, future agenda items, board members only. Is there anything that somebody wants to bring up for a future board meeting? No, I don't see any, so we'll skip item number 2. With that, I need a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting. I have a motion and a second, please.
I'll move.
Motion from member Espinosa, a second from member Munoz, student board member Munoz. Preference both student board member. Oh, yes, you're right. So, unfortunately, some sad news that Sally Sears, thank you. Sally Sears, Doug Sears, my former teacher, long-term teacher in the district, retired sometime back, but unfortunately, she passed away. So Donna had asked that we adjourn the meeting tonight in her memory. I think that's their request to make. So we have the second, motion and a second from Melissa and Xavier. Are you guys okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, then I will go ahead and call for the preferential vote for student board member Munoz.
Yes.
Okay, and for all the rest, please say aye. Support?
Aye.
Okay, the motion carries 5-0.